Box jellyfish. You are swimming in the warm, clear waters off the coast of northern Australia. The water is calm. The visibility is perfect. You cannot see what is already beside you. The Australian box jellyfish, Chironex fleckeri, is nearly transparent, faintly blue, and almost completely invisible in open water. By the time you feel its tentacles, which can stretch up to 3 meters and carry thousands of microscopic venom-loaded stinging cells, it is already too late. The venom does not target one system in your body. It targets 3 at the same time. Your nervous system, your heart, and your skin cells begin breaking down simultaneously. Within minutes, cardiac arrest becomes a real possibility. Many victims go into shock so quickly that they drown before they can even make it back to shore. In Australia alone, box jellyfish cause an average of 1 to 2 confirmed deaths per year. Across the broader Indo-Pacific region, including the Philippines, Malaysia, and Indonesia, the number rises, but remains difficult to measure precisely because many coastal deaths go unrecorded and are never officially attributed to jellyfish stings. What is certain is that the threat is real, consistent, and severely underreported. And unlike other jellyfish that drift helplessly with the current, the box jellyfish actively hunts, swimming under its own power at speeds of up to 2 to 3 knots, remarkably fast for any jellyfish, and fast enough to close distance before most swimmers even notice it. It has 24 eyes. It can see you coming. The question is whether you can see it. Blue-ringed octopus. It is the size of a golf ball. It sits quietly in a tide pool, its colors shifting, its blue rings glowing like something out of a dream. You reach down to pick it up. That is the last mistake you might ever make. The blue-ringed octopus carries enough tetrodotoxin in its tiny body to kill a grown adult. The bite is almost painless. So painless, in fact, that many victims do not even realize they have been bitten. Then, the venom begins its work. Tetrodotoxin does not attack the heart directly. Instead, it causes progressive paralysis throughout the body, and as the muscles shut down one by one, the diaphragm, the muscle responsible for driving the lungs, stops functioning. The victim can no longer breathe. Death comes not from cardiac arrest in the traditional sense, but from respiratory failure, as the brain and heart are starved of oxygen. There is no specific antivenom. However, if a victim receives immediate mechanical ventilation, keeping their lungs working artificially while the toxin clears, survival is possible. The effects of tetrodotoxin typically wear off within 24 hours, meaning the window for rescue exists, but only if help arrives in time. Only 3 confirmed human deaths have ever been officially recorded from blue-ringed octopus bites. But 3 is enough to understand what this animal is capable of. Stonefish! It looks like a rock. It has always looked like a rock. It is sitting on the ocean floor right now, in shallow water, possibly close to a beach you have visited, perfectly still, perfectly camouflaged, and perfectly patient. The stonefish is the most venomous fish in the world, a title confirmed by the Guinness World Records, and it does not chase you. It does not need to. It simply waits for you to step on it. The moment you do, 13 sharp dorsal spines drive upward into your foot and release one of the most painful venoms ever recorded. The pain is immediate and overwhelming. Survivors consistently describe it as the worst physical sensation they have ever endured. The affected limb swells rapidly, and the venom can trigger cardiovascular collapse if it enters the bloodstream in sufficient quantities. While significant swelling occurs, the primary danger from stonefish venom is not tissue destruction. It does not carry the flesh-dissolving properties found in some snake or spider venoms. Any tissue damage that does occur is typically the result of secondary infection or disrupted blood circulation, not the venom's toxins directly. Treatment requires immersing the affected area in hot water, which breaks down the venom's proteins, followed by antivenom in severe cases. Found across the Indo-Pacific, in the Red Sea, around Australia and Japan, the stonefish does not discriminate. It simply exists, invisible, on the ocean floor, waiting for something to make the wrong step. Cone snail. It looks like a beautiful shell. Collectors have picked them up off the ocean floor for centuries, drawn to their smooth, patterned surfaces. Some of those collectors never came home. The geography cone snail, Conus geographus, found across the Indo-Pacific and Red Sea, carries a venomous harpoon-like tooth hidden inside its shell that it can fire in any direction, including backward, with almost no warning. The venom it delivers, known as conotoxins, causes numbness almost immediately, followed by rapid paralysis. A single geography cone snail carries enough venom to kill an estimated 10 to 15 adult humans, a figure that reflects the genuine upper range of what has been scientifically measured, and one that underlines just how concentrated this poison truly is. One species has earned a chilling nickname among local communities, The cigarette snail. Because once you have been stung, there is reportedly just enough time to smoke one cigarette before the venom does its work. There is no anti-venom. Death can come within hours. And yet, cone snails have caused only a small number of confirmed human deaths throughout recorded history, which says more about how rarely people encounter them than about how dangerous they truly are. Sea snakes. There are 52 known species of sea snakes in the world's oceans, and every single one of them is venomous. Among the most potent is the Dubois sea snake, which holds the official title of most venomous marine sea snake in the Guinness World Records. Its venom has a measured LD50 of approximately 0.044 mg/kg, compared to the Indian cobra's 0.45 mg/kg, making it up to 10 times more concentrated per drop. It is important to note that this level of potency applies to specific species, not all sea snakes equally, and the comparison is about venom concentration rather than total volume delivered per bite. The most dangerous in terms of human fatalities is the beaked sea snake, one of the few territorial and unpredictable species, responsible for approximately 90% of all recorded human deaths from sea snake bites. The saving grace, if there is one, is behavior. Sea snakes are generally non-aggressive underwater. They do not seek out humans. They bite when provoked, when handled, or when pulled out of the water onto fishing boats. Respect their space, and most of the time, they will give you yours. Stingray! Most people think of stingrays as gentle, gliding creatures, and for the most part, that is exactly what they are. They do not hunt humans. They do not seek confrontation, but push them far enough, trap them, or accidentally step on one buried in the sand, and the venomous barb along their tail will respond faster than you can react. In 2006, the world was reminded of just how lethal that barb can be when beloved wildlife conservationist Steve Irwin, a man who had spent his entire life handling the world's most dangerous animals, was killed instantly when a stingray's barb drove through his chest and pierced his heart. It was described as a 1 in a million event. The stingray had not been hunting him. It had been frightened, and that is what makes this animal so sobering. It is not aggression that makes the stingray deadly. It is panic.